Hi everybody, welcome to Sukh Vibes. Today we are going to cover the questions eco-friendly use of the motor vehicle dealing with traffic restrictions. This falls under the main topic of technical conditions, eco-conscious use of motor vehicles. For this topic we are having 56 questions. It's not easy for me to cover 56 questions within one video, so we are going to do it in parts. Let's begin. How do you drive with a consideration to the environment? Decelerate in good time and use the momentum of the car when the next traffic light is on, red. It means when you see from a far distance the traffic light is red, then you can use the momentum of the car to make the car stop. This will avoid unnecessary braking. Avoid unnecessary acceleration and unnecessary braking. This makes sense. Always accelerate to the maximum when the traffic light changes to no. This is wrong. Let me show you over here. Frequent braking and acceleration clearly use more fuel than usual. It means you should decelerate in good time and always avoid acceleration and unnecessary braking. Otherwise, it would cause more use of fuel and it is not environmentally friendly. What can help save fuel and reduce pollution? Contributing to a constant flow of traffic by thinking ahead and driving correspondingly. What does it mean? That you should drive in an anticipatory style. You can take the example from the previous question. For example, if you're seeing from far ahead, the traffic light is going to get red once you are there, then you can use the momentum of the car to stop on the red traffic light. By doing so, you will save the unnecessary braking. So this is correct. Using public transport, a bicycle or walking wherever possible. When you have to reach to a smallest distance, then it's better to use public transport or you can use bicycle or walking. By doing so, you will avoid using the car and you will save fuel and reduce pollution. Paying attention to the fuel consumption of a motor vehicle when buying it. This is very important. For example, suppose if you're buying a motor vehicle, then what are the things you have to consider? Here it is written, purchasing a vehicle. When purchasing a new or second-hand car, you should already pay attention to its fuel consumption, ecological compatibility, and recycling capability. All these things that you have to keep in mind. The engine and exhaust system of the vehicle have been souped up. What could be the fact? Souped up means that you made some modification in your machine such that to increase its power and efficiency. Increased pollutant emission, this makes sense. Increased noise pollution, this is also correct. Considerably reduction in fuel consumption, no. For example, if you have increased the power of your engine, then it's going to consume more fuel. So first two options are the correct ones. How is avoidable noise caused? Avoidable noise means the noise which you can avoid. By sounding your horn when in danger, this you should not avoid. Whenever you are in danger, you should sound your horn. By playing with the accelerator when standing still, yes. I mean, you might have seen people who are just accelerating when the car is standstill and it causes noise, so you can avoid it. By driving with the defective exhaust, yes. Defective exhaust is always louder than the normal functioning exhaust. So you can also avoid this kind of noise by repairing the exhaust system as soon as you find it defective. What causes avoidable noise? So this question is similar to the previous question. By firmly slamming door shut. If you slam your door, it's going to cause noise, so you can avoid that. You can be gentle with your car doors. By driving with roof rack. If you're driving with roof rack, it's going to cause you more fuel consumption, but it's not causing any noise. By sounding the horn as a greeting. Yes, you can sound the horn whenever you are in danger, but if you're sounding the horn as a greeting, that's a noise, and that you can easily avoid. You are driving a motor vehicle with a manual gearbox. How can you achieve efficient fuel consumption? When accelerating, changing the gears upwards as late as possible. This is incorrect. When accelerating, you should change the gear upwards as soon as possible. By adopting an even driving style with low engine speeds. Even driving style is that you should avoid unnecessary acceleration or unnecessary braking. You could always use the momentum of the car. By using the proper tire inflation pressure. Imagine yourself riding a bicycle with the tire pressure very low. Then you will need more strength in order to ride a bicycle. The same thing happens with a car. If your car tire pressure is not up to a proper level, then it will require more fuel, right? So you should have your proper tire inflation pressure. Air resistance affects the fuel consumption of vehicle. What affects air resistance the most? Air resistance, let us imagine that you are riding a bicycle on the slope of the hill. So you always feel this resistance from the air, right? Whenever you are riding up. Let's suppose you are running, then you feel this air resistance. So what affects the most? Your speed. Higher the speed you travel, more resistance you feel. So the speed traveled. The number of passengers, no. The profile depth of the tires, no. Profile depth of the tires has to do with your safety, with the grip of the tires, with the road. It has nothing to do with the air resistance. The speed traveled, of course, it is the one which is affecting the air resistance the most. What should you consider after starting your vehicle? I should, if possibly, allow the engine of the stationary vehicle to warm up. This is incorrect. So when you start your vehicle, your engine will be warm up gradually when you start moving. I should drive at low engine speeds. Yes. Drive off as promptly as possible. Yeah. When you have started your vehicle, you should drive off as promptly as possible without waiting. Without waiting to let the engine warm up while the vehicle is stationary. When is it sensible to switch off a combustion engine? When loading and unloading the vehicle, yes. Why? Because it's going to take more time, right? Suppose you are loading and unloading a vehicle, you are having a vehicle which is full of load, then it's going to take more time. So you should switch off your engine at that time. When stopping at intersections with a stop sign, this doesn't make any sense because at stop sign, you just stop for a few seconds, then you look around and then you move. So it is not sensible to switch off a combustion engine over there. During lengthy wait at rail crossing, this makes sense. For example, if you are standing in a queue and you are waiting at rail crossing, then you have to switch off your combustion engine. That will save fuel. When planning your journeys, how can you make them environmentally friendlier? By combining several destinations into one single trip, this makes sense. Let us say you are having several destinations A, B, C, and three of them they are in one direction. So it makes sense that you combine these A, B, C destinations into one single trip. So it will be more environmentally friendlier. Planning to use public transport instead of my own vehicle. So if it is possible, you can park your vehicle and ride with the public transport. Might have seen this P plus R, park plus ride sign. So you can park your vehicle over there and ride with the public transport. Forming a carpool with other vehicle users. Yes. For example, if you and some other people, they are going to a party, all of you have to travel in the same direction, then you can form carpools. You can share your car. So then also it will be environmentally friendlier. What can contribute to environmentally friendly driving? Using vehicles with an electric drive, yes, because the electric vehicles, they do not have direct exhaust system. And also their engine noise is very low. So it is more environmentally friendly. Forming carpools, yes. Sharing the cars, as I've given an example in the previous question. For example, if you are going in one direction, you can form carpools, you can share the car with your friends. So forming carpools is also environmentally friendly. Attending a practical driving training session for a fuel efficient driving style. Yes, this also makes sense. You can attend a practical driving training session where they will teach you how you can drive in a fuel efficient manner. Main point would be that you should avoid unnecessary braking or acceleration. Your vehicle loses oil. How much drinking water can be polluted by a single drop of oil? This you have to remember. With a single drop of oil, up to 600 liters of water can be polluted. Let me show you here. A drop of oil contaminates 600 liters of drinking water. Can you imagine? So you have to be careful. How is a purely electric vehicle different from a vehicle with a combustion engine? Purely electric vehicles have a lower engine noise. This you might have noticed that the electric cars, they have lower engine noise because they don't have combustion engine over there. Purely electric vehicles do not have any direct exhaust emission. This also makes sense. They do not have any direct exhaust emissions. Have a lower aerodynamic drag. This is wrong. Aerodynamic drag is basically the resistance, right? So it doesn't make any sense that electric vehicles, they have less aerodynamic drag as compared to combustion engine. But of course, their engine have less noise and they do not have any direct exhaust system. Where do you have to place the emission stickers for identifying low emission vehicles? So what are emission stickers actually? You might have seen these emission stickers on the windshield of the car. And what does it mean? For example, there are certain zones which are known as environmental zones. In order to enter into these zones, you need to have these stickers. And this sign marks the end of the environmental zone. However, there are also some exemptions. For example, motorcycles, three-wheel motor vehicles, agriculture and forest tractors, vehicles with special privileges, example, emergency trips of the police, fire, or emergency services. Where do you have to place the emission sticker for identifying low emission vehicles? So emission sticker, you have to place them clearly visible on the inside of the windscreen. Why are you required to have a defective exhaust system repaired immediately? Why? Because of the noise pollution? Yes, defective exhaust system is more noisy. Because parts of the exhaust system can drop on the roadway. This is also correct. Because the engine would overheat? No. What motor vehicles may enter an environmental zone that has this sign? So this is environmental zone, Umwelt zone, and which are the motor vehicles which can enter over there? And here it is seen emission sticker. And what does it say? Those vehicles who are having this green emission sticker, they are allowed to go in this environmental zone. For example, motor vehicles with a green particulate emission sticker, yes. So if your car is having this green sticker and it is mentioned over here with the sign, then you can enter into this Umwelt zone. However, there are also some exceptions. For example, there are vehicles which don't need these sticker and still they can enter into this Umwelt zone. And what are those vehicles? Let me show you. Motorcycles, three-wheel motor vehicles, agriculture and forestry tractors, vehicles with special privileges, example, emergency trips of the police, fire, or emergency services. So in this question, another vehicle which may enter into this Umwelt zone without any sticker is the motorcycles. Motor vehicles that meet the requirements for a green particulate emission stickers even if no such sticker is attached. This is wrong. There are only two options. Either you should have sticker or your vehicle should be in the exemption vehicle list. Only then you can enter into the Umwelt zone. What must you remember when refueling? Do not breathe in any fuels. This is clear. Fill up to the brim if possible. No. Do not refuel when the tank is full and nozzle has switched off. So you might have refueling the vehicle. Then once the tank is full and the nozzle has switched off, then you should not force any further fuel. Otherwise it could cause leakage from your tank. Let me show you here. Regularly check your consumption of the fuel and do not breathe in fumes when you are filling the tank. Do not continue filling the tank after the petrol pump has switched off. So these are the two options that we have marked, that you should not breathe in any fuel fumes and you should not force the fuel once the nozzle has been switched off. What information should you obtain before undertaking a journey with a purely electric vehicle? What I have to do following an accident? Yes, for electric vehicles, they are having different ways to deal with an accident. Factors that influence the range. Yes. For example, in the cold weather, how your battery is going to be charged. So factors that influence the range. The locations at which I can charge the vehicle. Yes. This is also important because all the gas stations, they are not offering the charging point for the electric vehicle. So you should also know beforehand that the locations where I can charge the vehicle and how the temperature is going to affect the range of your electric vehicle and what you have to do in case of an accident. What must you know about catalytic converters? A catalytic converter can be damaged or destroyed when the car is told to start. Yes, this is correct. A catalytic converter can be damaged when the engine starts after many unsuccessful attempts. This is also correct. Unburnt fuel in the catalytic converter cannot cause any damage when the engine starts. This is wrong. So for the catalytic converters, the two important thing is, like if your car is going to start, then it can be damaged or destroyed. And moreover, if you start your engine after many unsuccessful attempts, again, your catalytic converter can be damaged. You are driving a motor vehicle with a manual gearbox. How can you reduce the fuel consumption of your vehicle? By driving at a high engine speed? No. High engine speed means you are going to, by driving at a high engine speed? No. High driving speed means you are going to need more fuel. By employing an anticipated driving style to avoid frequent changes of speed? Yes. So by driving with a foresightedness, avoid acceleration and unnecessary braking. By switching early up to the next gear. This is also correct. What measures help protect the environment? Using low viscosity engine oil? This makes sense. Using air condition system? No. If you are using air condition system or heating system, you are going to require more fuel. So it's not going to protect the environment. Using low resistance tire? Yes. So you have to remember that how can you protect the environment by using low viscosity engine oil, low resistance tire. So the word with low, low. Thanks for watching. If you have liked my video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. If you're interested in any particular topic, please feel free to write in comment section. Take care. See you next time.